What's going on, MSFers? Duelim here, back here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Cosmic Crucible Week 3 defense, and I am changing things up a lot here because, yeah, I didn't do too great last week. I went 1 and 2. One of them was my fault, and the other one I shouldn't have won, but my opponent decided to win for me, so that was kind of nice. So we're changing things up, and I'm going to start off with room number 5, which is just making one tweak from last time, and that's going to be adding Scientist Supreme to this room. So if you saw my opponent for the bonus round of CC where I was on Juicy's account, he had Scientist Supreme in here, and the Scientist Supreme essentially puts out slow, defense down, and offense down on all enemies, but does not put it on the allies because the allies all have immunity because they're all mutants. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I'm going to definitely change things up. It also leaves me Nightcrawler on offense if I need Nightcrawler for anything. So I kind of like that as well. So I'm keeping the Nightcrawler on offense for right now. So we've got Phoenix Force, Old Man Logan, Rogue, and Scientist Supreme here. We do have Old Man Logan as a skirmisher to get those assists with the triple taps with Omega Red Phoenix Force. Next up in room 6, charging power. I've got kind of a mishmash here. I've got 3-piece Orcus, Groot, and Captain Sam America. So we're keeping Lady Deathstrike on offense still, obviously, because Lady Deathstrike is an incredible plug-and-play character for a lot of damage. We obviously have Scientist Supreme in room number 5. So here, I don't expect anything to work well, like this defense to do anything, but it's just big characters that are going to take a pretty good hit. Nimrod is still going to go decently fast because of the Sentinel bot coming out, so Nimrod's still going to go pretty quickly, so it'll be interesting to see what people end up bringing in here, because it is room 6, so Night Stalkers don't do the best because they ability block themselves. Same thing with New Warriors who like to ult, so it'll be interesting to see what my opponents end up throwing in here. As for room number 4, we have the Retaliate room. So we've got Quicksilver, who's going to spawn another Scarlet Witch. We've got Scarlet Witch, who's going to retaliate if Quicksilver or Vision gets hit, or the other Scarlet Witch gets hit. We also have Invisible Woman, who's going to be retaliating if they're hitting into barrier. And we also have Falcon for a pucker factor, because also, if you remember last week, Falcon deleted my entire team, so that was exhilarating. So with the room rules as well, if on death all allies gain offense up, so if they kill Quicksilver rather quickly, then they'll have my team will have offense up, and Falcon will get to do Falcon things with offense up. So that could be pretty interesting. I'm genuinely curious to see what ends up happening here. I'm assuming somebody's going to Cabal this, Night Stalkers this, the good old normal stuff. So I'm not too crazy about this room. I'm not looking at it like, wow, this is going to get some crazy defense wins. It's not. Only room 5 out of these 3 are going to really do anything crazy unless they just run out of steam and they don't have anything to take out 4, which could absolutely happen. Next up, we're going to be talking about room 2. So this is going to be on successful dodge, gain stealth. Characters with stealth gain 20% damage. And I was thinking to myself, who stealths a lot? Who dodges a lot? And then my first thought went Spider Society, but unfortunately, it's Spider Society in 2025. They're not the best. So I went, okay, who gets stealth? And I landed on Night Stalkers. So Night Stalkers will get stealth because of Agatha's passive. So when they drop below, I think it's 30% life, they end up going into stealth, and I think they flip a bunch of negative effects into positive effects as well. So if they have stealth and they're taking turns, they are going to hit like freight trains, being 3 diamond, gear tier 19, and I think like level 103 or 104 maybe. So it should be interesting. I have the Dormammu in here as well for the revive, so they're going to have to bring in like a Black Cat to take this out. So it'll be interesting to see what they end up using on this, because if they end up leaving somebody up for a while and like Agatha has stealth and she's going to ult, she's going to hit extremely hard. So that's going to be pretty interesting. We obviously have the speed from Man-Thing, but I know Emma can counter that, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. So I'm genuinely curious to see how this room turns out for me. Not having Dormammu on offense as well has not been that big of an issue lately. I don't remember the last time I used Dormammu or even thought to myself, wow, I wish I had Dormammu here. So no issues putting Dormammu on defense, and I might take him to Purple ISO, but I'm lazy. If I'm being completely honest with you, I'm lazy. Room number 3, momentum. So special abilities cost 2 more, ultimates cost 2 less. So this is the room where Kahori has been deleting pretty much everything. So I'm going with Black Knight in here now instead of another pre-taunt like Zombie Juggernaut. So we're putting Black Knight in here, and he's going to stop Kahori's dead in their tracks. Now, with the Black Knight in here, Kahori is going to get slapped in the face with his sword. No pun intended. That's not a sexual innuendo. And that's going to cause a lot of problems. We're also going to have Super Scroll being protected on the corner here. So Super Scroll is going to be very good in this room still. And I'm curious to see what people are going to try to run into this, or if they try to sack it first to stop the Black Knight retaliates, which is absolutely a strategy that they could use. And we'll see what happens in this room. I'm genuinely curious. I really think this room's going to be good. I am going to be missing Black Knight for offense, unfortunately. But I think we really need to beef up room 3, because if not, then it's just one room with the Odin Illuminati room being really good. And I need more than just one good defense, which is why I decided to put Night Stalkers in 2. Throw the BK in 3 to make this way, way harder. So Kahori has a giant pucker factor going into this. And then that brings me to room number 1. And it's a little bit different. And it's Mephisto with pre-taunt Illuminati. So I'm going to be running Mephisto in here because I don't think people are expecting this. And there have been a plethora of Odin Illuminati one-shots going around. There's like an APOC, there's APOC, Echo, BK, Fisto, and Nightcrawler. You saw I was using Pav instead of Nightcrawler for a little bit. There's another counter that was just found with like Weaver and another one I can't remember. So there's a lot of counters to this. So I'm going to shake it up a little bit and catch somebody off guard and pretty much force them to double sack this, or force them to use their Phoenix Force here and potentially not even clear it with their Phoenix Force and use even more resources. So I'm putting my opponent in a tough bind here. If you do still want Mephisto for offense, or you want Mephisto somewhere else on defense, you could absolutely still use Odin here. You could also use like a Doctor Strange here instead, or a Dormammu here, or Zombie Juggernaut here instead of Sasquatch, to use another charged character that has a lot of damage, so Old Man Logan can't come in here and do things to Shuri and stop the charges, and then Superior 6 can do their thing against this team. So I'm genuinely curious to see what my opponents are going to try into this. I really think they're just going to look at this and go, I'm going to double sack this. I don't care. And then I will now have Odin on offense. So we all know how well Odin can mirror another Odin. So I really think having Odin on offense will be beneficial for me, because Odin is an extremely good character. And he can mirror other Odins very well, especially because mine is 7 red. So mine will be able to stand toe-to-toe with pretty much any other Odin on the field. So that's what I'm going to be trying here. I really want to try something a little bit different here, because I think this is going to catch people off guard, especially also having Night Stalker's Dorm here and then the BK here. This makes my defense a lot stronger, having Odin on offense instead of Mephisto, because I get to have that Black Knight on defense now. Also get to have Mephisto on defense, and he's pretty much a guaranteed double sack. So it's going to be interesting to see how this ends up going. I'm really curious about room 5, because that caught me off guard how good it was. Room 6, again, a throwaway. Room 3, 1 are both going to be very good. Even room 2 is going to be pretty interesting as well. And then looking at the bracket here, we got some people I do recognize. We got Old Timey Gaming. If you guys don't know, he makes YouTube content as well. Feel free to check him out. He's a great content creator. We got Mr. Grimes, who I recognize, and Verge Bung, which is an incredible name. That's why I remember it. And then also, I am almost level 105 as well. I am getting there. So once we get another war in, I should be relatively close. I'm about 9,000 experience away. And then with this, I'll be getting 1,000, 3,000, 6,000, 10,000, 15,000 experience here. So once another war starts for me here, which is I believe today, I will be getting 10,000 experience points, and I will be all the way up at level 105 already. So the race did not take very long at all. So I'll be able to take all my essential characters up to level 105, such as Odin, Mephisto, all the goodies, and still have money left over for Starjammers. So hope you guys enjoyed. Also, if you guys want to check me out live on Twitch on Friday afternoons at 4 p.m. Eastern, please do so. The link is down below in the description. That's when I do my round 1 of Cosmic Crucible. Then on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern, I do my Cosmic Crucible round 2 and round 3. It's a great time. You can come over, make fun of me like everybody loves to do. It is a swell time. I suggest you come out if you haven't before. But until next time, this has been Duelim. Hope you guys enjoyed. Later, MSFers.